Boozing with gays.
One more time for the people in the back.
What was...
It was as if Cher sang our theme
yeah,
song.
I'm with you. Okay, Cher.
Boozing with gays.
Hello.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
Happy Friday.
Bethany is here.
I'm going to say to you, happy Friday.
Happy Friday indeed.
Friday indeed. I have to say, I am looking forward to tonight.
Oh my gosh.
I really am.
I'm
very much looking forward to it.
Because I don't, unless someone knocks on the door again. Unless someone knocks on the door again like last week.
No, I don't think you should dare that because I think people want to start doing it. And then there's that. So we don't have the shaker. I'm going to just lift this up.
All right, so,
I'm going to show you how pretty this is. Look at that.
Look what we did. Look at that. Our Luxardo cherries in our black Manhattan. Black Manhattan.
That's like when I first met you.
That is so good. Oh my God, that's so good.
I really like that.
We have never had a black Manhattan before. I've been black in Manhattan, but I've never had a black Manhattan.
Are you going to tell everyone what's in the black Manhattan?
So you have 2 ounces of bourbon or rye. We chose rye tonight because we really wanted some rye. 1 ounce of Italian amaro. We used Averna, Averna.
Averna, like Taverna.
But Averna. There you go. And then a dash of Angostura bitters and a dash of orange bitters. And of course, 1 delightful cocktail cherry.
A black martini.
Look at that glass. Isn't that pretty? I got to get it a light.
My sister gave us these. Remember that?
Huh? How nice is that?
I don't know that you said that really enthusiastically whatsoever. How nice is that?
Hey, Jason. Hey, everybody.
All right. We've not been doing this. I'm going to do it. There we go.
All right. So tonight, before we start saying anything at all, we have to read our fair use statement. Excerpts of copyrighted material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need or permission from or payment to the copyright holder. We have to read that because if we don't read fair use,
least we think we have to read that. We don't know if it does anything because what's interesting is you go online and you grab little snippets from whether network TV or from news or whatever, and you're not sure where you can get dinged. And there doesn't seem to be.
I know where I can get dinged.
I know I can ding. But it doesn't seem to be this like hard, fast rule.
Basically, I know where I can get hard and fast.
I'm just gonna keep setting you up. I know where I can get set up. Did that work? No. Didn't work.
Keep saying what you were saying.
Whatsoever. So
it's funny, man. It's something else.
I would like to kick off this episode with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
Do it again. Just because he's so hot.
Just one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend.
So, that of course is Daniel Craig on Saturday Night Live. This is last year, like I want to say last July. And he was introducing the band The Weeknd. And
not the band, the artist, The Weeknd.
The artist formerly known as The Weeknd. And well, now I'm off my. I had a whole thought. Oh, so this Twitterer, is that a word?
Twitterer. Okay.
A Twitter, or was he Instagrammer? An Instagrammer maybe. But he saw this and he goes, that's a great idea. I'm gonna put this down, and every single week, starting on Friday, I'm going to have Daniel Craig introduce The Weeknd. And so he did this, and he has a following of 475,000 people.
One post.
475,000. There's nothing else there. And it's called, ladies and gentlemen, The Weeknd, if you would like to follow it. And this leads me to us.
He's on Twitter. 475,000 people because of that.
But this leads us to us. Are you ready?
Yes.
This leads us to us. How do we get 475,000 followers?
Help. That's how we do it.
I need somebody help.
Lord.
So we are now on. Do you want to know what we're on? What things we're on?
Tell everybody what we're on.
We are now on the TikTok. We're on
the TikTok.
We are on the Insta.
We're on the Insta.
We're on the Facebook and the YouTube. We've not tweeted yet. We've not done the Twitter.
We're not. We're going to be doing Twitter soon.
But if you would like to go and follow us, we are Boozin' with Gays, BOOZIN with Gays, just like, oh, is it there?
Where'd you go?
I don't know. Let's say somehow I hit something weird. But there we are. Follow us on all mediums. Like us. We want to get 475,000 followers on any.
Please.
In any way, shape.
We would like 475 followers.
Just
let's start there.
Let's take 1,000 up. Let's just take off 3 zeros. That's
I want to add some people who are our followers.
Go.
Hey, Bae, how are you? Okay, Bae, are you for real? Are you pregnant? Are you?
What's happening?
What?
What'd you say?
Wait. Okay, please put something in the comments. Let us know whether you're. Wait, what? Okay, anyway, so I'm going to say hi to some folks. Hey, cousin Jessica. Hi, Mama Stephanie. Because she said she was pregnant. Hey, Robin. Hi, Madonna. Cousin Jet. Jonathan Pitts. Hi, baby. So good to see you. Nick Aronson. Jason Lane Lee. Baby, we having the Black Manhattan just for you, boo-boo.
I think she got pregnant watching Daniel Craig.
Baby, honey,
Who
baby,
didn't?
bye.
When you think about it.
Oh, Daniel Craig makes you pregnant. Okay. All right. So please follow us on those.
There we go.
TikToks.
There. Yeah, Daniel
Right.
Craig makes me pregnant.
Okay, you're not actually pregnant. Okay. So anyway, so follow them. All right. We got some stuff we want to tell you we did this week. You ready?
We had a date night.
We had a date night. We'll tell you all about it.
Last week, Dion was here.
Our friend who was here last week, Dion Antic,
stormed in and
stormed the castle.
After our show, he said, "Hey, you should go see this show that he's loosely connected. We don't really.
We know the
what he's
artist.
doing.
We know the artist in the show.
Formerly known as. So
Yeah.
tell everyone.
So it's called. Well, actually, no. Let's play the clip first.
For clip number 1.
Yeah.
So I have to interrupt.
What's that?
So I went to this tremendous summer camp. It's up in Washington State. It's in the Puget Sound, San Juan Islands, and it's called Four Winds Westward Ho. And every week we would have square dancing night, and we would dance to various songs. And that was one of the songs. It's called Spanish Flea, done by Herb Alpert. And I, honest to God, think the choreography we did very much matched the choreography of the white woman behind Herb Alpert. And that is the dating game theme, by the way, for those of you
for those who are old enough to remember that. But you're wondering, why are you playing Herb Alpert? Alpert. I grew up saying Herb Alpert, but it's Alpert.
That's because of Half Fat Albert.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Fat Albert, Herb
But
Alpert.
so that is
Albert,
Spanish Flea by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
The Tijuana Brass.
So why are we playing that? Well, this week we went to Vibrato Cafe. Wait, hold on. Vibrato. Herb Alpert's Vibrato Grill and Jazz.
Grill and Jazz.
Herb Alpert's Vibrato Grill.
There are many places
jazz.
that combine things. I think jazz and grill are actually two good things to combine. Not like, I don't know.
The Jazz Grill.
Not like laundry and bourbon.
I know. And it is owned by Herb Alpert and his amazingly wonderful daughter, Eden Alpert, who was just the greatest host.
Hello, Eden.
Hey, Eden, if you might be watching. I know you're going to be watching later. I urge you all to go and check this place out. It was just
gorgeous. I had no idea this.
Gorgeous.
It's like a little.
The food is so good.
You kept ordering food.
Just kept ordering food.
I gained 5 pounds, I think.
But look up Herb Alpert's.
Really good drinks.
I know.
We ate a lot. We had a fight.
We had a fight. We ate, we drank, we were watching a show, and we had a fight. Because that's what you do. Because it's October 1st and our 24-year wedding anniversary. Our 24-year anniversary of our starting this relationship is October 4th.
Yes. It's coming up.
So it's coming up in 3 days. So of course we had a fight.
We're challenging divorce. I love it.
So anyway, we went to Herb Alpert's Vibrato Grill and Jazz. And the lovely Eden Alpert took care of us. But we went to go see a friend of mine, Frankie Jordan. Frankie Jordan does this amazing show. And you have to see it. Here is a little piece that I filmed of the show.
I'm seeing myself. Yeah.
is my dear friend Frankie Jordan. Frankie does a show called Dear Amy. It's called Dear Amy, and it's I can't even say it's a cover band. It is a full on
It's an
Amy
experience.
Winehouse experience.
It's an Amy Winehouse experience.
It's like she is channeling Amy Winehouse on stage.
And I didn't realize how long she's been doing it, but she's been doing this for years now.
Yeah.
She and the band, and they go all over. Well, we put down below, you can see that the Insta and Facebook
is Dear Amy Band.
And to get tickets for any upcoming shows and such, you can go to www.dearamylive.com.
They're going to be back at the Vibrato Grill, so if you need a date night where you won't fight,
on October 21st.
October 21st, go and check it out. When I tell you, you will not regret it. It is just fantastic. The band is a 9-piece orchestra. Boo, they are letting you have it. So go and check that out. That's one of the things we did. And I just want to say this. Happy upcoming anniversary.
Oh.
Maybe we'll go out and not fight.
Oh.
So we fought because, can I tell them why we had a fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a fight because I looked over at my husband and I started laughing. And I said, I was laughing. I said, you just clapped on the 1 and 3. And he said, what? I said, you just clapped on the 1 and 3.
And then do you know what you did?
What I do?
You laughed perniciously.
I
He
laughed
laughed
perniciously.
at my whiteness
Because he laughed
perniciously
on the
because
1
I
and the
clapped
3.
on the 1 and 3, and I pulled up. How dare you? I really couldn't sit there any longer.
It was the Caucasian.
I had to go for a walk. I had to, like, you know.
Why'd you get mad though? What okay, can you tell why you got mad?
Because you have judged white people in our history of whiteness that clap on the 1 and 3 in a very strong way. And so it wasn't just what you said, it's what you said in the past. And it sounds so strange in saying this out loud. But I honestly felt like I committed the worst sin in the world by doing it. And I just didn't like being called out. How dare you?
How dare you tell me?
Also, the other thing very real, like we had this interesting table off to the side, so we could be like, ooh, whatever we do. And I was raised not to. I was raised to sit there, arms in my lap, and don't you dare move or make a sound. And so this one has taught me, no, be free, loosen up, do stuff. And I was just doing whatever I wanted, and you called me out on it and made me not want to do it anymore. And that angered me too. So,
All right,
I mean,
so-
it's dumb things, but there we go. That was my truth.
We got
of the
over
night.
it. It took a couple of days because I was
We
mad.
never talked
I
about
was
it.
mad though.
Yeah, we didn't.
I was mad.
I don't know why you're mad that I got mad. That doesn't make any sense to me.
24 years.
Doesn't make
Anybody else
sense.
out there? Can you answer those questions for us? Oh, by the way, I want to thank my friend Paul Lavoie for my drag adjacent t-shirt. Thank you, Paul. It's very nice. All right.
So, no, this
Jenny's
is-
here.
this
Hey,
is-
nephew. How you doing, Paul?
So do you know what
Hey,
else
Rita.
just happened?
What happened?
The No Time to Die premiere happened. And because I started the evening off with Daniel
We
Craig,
can start any evening
let's
off with
get
Daniel
some more
Craig.
people pregnant. This is what he wore.
Oh,
This is what he wore to the premiere. Thoughts? It is a like a cranberry suede tuxedo jacket.
That is so beautiful.
Any thoughts?
Can I tell you, he looks good.
I think it looks good.
You know what? It's like it's like Daniel Craig, Idris Elba, me in the middle. That's all I can say. I want to be in that sandwich.
You want to be in the
I want to be in that sandwich when those hunks come watching. Yeah, what is that
I
song
think
I'm
I'm
trying to
missing
sing?
something.
What are you missing?
I'm missing a thing. I'm not sure if this is where I want to go on a flash
Oh, wait.
on this.
Oh, so
This is what happened.
this is what happened when it came out that he was wearing this beautiful,
What?
almost pinkish jacket. Our friend Piers Morgan,
Who we love,
We
Piers.
just-
Oh, Piers.
oh dear, oh seven dear.
I'm not quite sure what that
James
is.
Bond would never, 007,
Oh, I get you.
you got it? James Bond would never wear a garish pink suede dinner jacket. You're supposed to be a steely-eyed assassin with exemplary sartorial taste, Mr. Craig, not an Austin Powers tribute act.
Needless to say, he was absolutely raked over the coals for this. People are like, oh, Piers, let me help you out. You may not realize that the actor is actually not the character. A lot of, you know.
Shocking.
A couple years ago, Piers Morgan wrote this about Daniel Craig. Oh, 007. are not you as well. Hashtag papoose, hashtag
Emasculated bond.
That angers me to no end.
Because
first of all, you're interrupting a dad with his child, which I think is, the guy can't go anywhere and just kind of have his own moment with this kid. So, okay, that's one thing. But then he talks about carrying your child in a sling, in a papoose, whatever you got to carry your child in, as something that is emasculating. And I think
Bernard
that's
K.
ridiculous.
Addison,
Because
he
the
needs to be
number,
slapped.
think of the number
Jenny, he
of
needs to be
dads,
slapped.
think of the number of fabulous dads who stepped up the plate that we know that aren't raising children like our dads did. They're stepping up, they're doing the work, they're taking the kids, they're doing all the stuff, and they're awesome. All you guys are awesome, and you're not emasculating because you carry your kid in a papoose or you wear a pink jacket.
Right, Victoria? Right?
That's
Come
all
on,
I got.
Tammy Hearn's here. What's up, Tammy Hearn? What's up? But it's just like, it's like, when did it become emasculating to take care of your child?
So I put this composition together. Piers.
I told my husband, honest conversation, I said, does this feel like fat shaming?
This feels like fat shaming. There's my Daniel Craig moment for the evening.
Now we all pregnant. Now we're all pregnant. We are all sitting here just knocked up.
Knocked up.
Honey, Daniel Craig coming out the water. He didn't come out the water. He came out the water.
Oh.
He came out that water.
And it was the way he's walking. That's
just
swagger.
Daniel Craig. That is the baby. All right. I can't wait for Casino Royale. What's it called?
No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
Am I saying it right?
Please don't let me die before it comes out.
Well, Sebastian wants it. And this is his last James Bond movie.
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah. So
let's move on to Liz Cheney on 60 Minutes.
Your sister's gay, and in 2013, you came out against same-sex marriage. How do you defend what you did?
I was wrong. We need to work against discrimination of all kinds. We were at an event a few nights ago, and there was a young woman who said she doesn't feel safe sometimes because she's transgender, and nobody should feel unsafe. Freedom means freedom for everybody.
So I'm not saying I trust Liz Cheney implicitly 100%, but I'm going to say she had the words just then. Right then, in that moment, she had the words.
Help me out, y'all.
Go ahead, do it.
I really want to know what y'all think about this, because here's the deal. Liz Cheney, yes, you said she had the words, right?
She did have the words.
She had the words.
Well, and especially in that we have so many Republican political people who are just saying whatever they want in the moment that is not backed to any type of fact. So the fact that there's someone that's trying to exercise any form of common sense makes me a little, oh, thank God there's at least someone out there.
But here's the deal.
Go ahead.
She is being run over the fucking coals by her party, if you will, which I don't think it's her party anymore, maybe. I don't know. Is it? Because they're all QAnon folks now. They're not really Republicans. But it's like,
is she going to stay in office?
Is she going to stay? She wants to stay in office.
But
now she's going, you know what?
But then I read an article, or is she going to so turn it around that she will be the party? Is she going to take it over? I don't know one way or the other. All I know is I don't like where the party is now, and I prefer her than anything.
It's like Jenny said, it's like all for personal growth, but there's something that's still like.
No, because I can listen to her talk on any topic, and I disagree with her. I agree with that.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on.
But she had the right tone, and the fact she talked about a trans person and how everyone has a right to feel safe, I just thought.
But she talked about a trans person on 60 Minutes. She didn't talk about a trans person
in the chamber
Fox or on Newsmax or one of those other horrible ass shows or on the House floor.
Yeah.
I want that shit. Hey, Bill Abram, how you doing, baby?
Bill's here. Hey,
Yeah,
Bill.
Good to see you.
He and I have been texting.
I know he texted me and said he was your boyfriend now.
Oh,
I know.
He was Billy Ambram when we were kids. Yeah.
Honey, Jennifer Lee Moore. Already, I'm kind of a little, what's going on? Hey, Jennifer Lee Warren. So our friend Jennifer Lee Warren is in Texas. She's going to bring me back some fried chicken. I'm very excited about that.
She's bringing you back fried chicken.
She don't know that yet.
Is
She
the
just
fried
heard that
is
for the
the
first
fried
time.
chicken
Well,
better
it's like,
in Texas?
okay, so because you all know chicken at a gas station is like crack chicken.
That's okay. You can't take my story and make it your story.
24 years. I don't know
my
whose
story.
story is whose anymore.
No, it's my story.
Okay,
Because
it's your story.
that's Recycle Michael. It was Recycle Michael's story. He was from Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
That's his ex.
And we went to Arkansas. We went to Pine Bluff, and we the best chicken in the area was at the Shell station down the street, and the family called it cracked chicken. And we went to the gas station, we got chicken, brought it back, and it was amazing. My comment to you is, it don't travel well.
Honey,
Fried chicken over I don't know how many hours and on an airplane, and
it's still chicken, ain't it?
I don't think it's cracked chicken at that point.
It's still chicken, ain't it? Did my child just walk behind me?
One of the children just walked right by.
Ooh. All right. So my cousin Jennifer talked to Jessica. Jessica talked to Jennifer because y'all both in Texas in the same state, in the same city.
So this
All right.
happened on The View this week.
The two of you to step off for a second.
Okay. Anna and
And we're going to bring you
Sonny
back later.
have to
Okay.
leave.
Yeah.
Yes.
So shall I introduce the vice president?
Yes.
Okay. So vice president, no.
Nope.
Okay, shall we dance? Let's do a tap dance. Sonny and Anna both apparently tested positive for COVID. No matter how hard we try, these things happen. They probably have a breakthrough case, and they'll be okay, I'm sure, because they're both vaccinated up the wazoo.
That's so Joey. They are
Up the wazoo.
Up the wazoo. They're vaccinated.
So what do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I thought it was kind of exciting live TV. Honest to God, because they didn't know it was going to happen. Evidently, extra precautions were happening because the vice president was in the studio, and they took some sort of COVID test, and somehow the two of them ended up with a false positive, which I don't know how two people on the same set end up in a false positive. That seems a bit random to me. I'm not sure what happened. Do you get that part?
Well, it can happen anywhere. I mean,
Well, yeah,
I think
but why would
can happen.
I mean? I could imagine one of them. But how do two people on the same set end up with a false? But anyway, and so they ended up, removing the two of them, and that must have been crazy. I mean, here they planned. I mean, everything you read about, they planned for. I mean, you can imagine they're interviewing the vice president. They all have their questions. They know what they're going to do. Then they're taken off the set. So that part was a bit weird.
But there is something that bothers me a little bit about.
No, I don't know what that is.
Right,
So
right.
you
What
speak.
bothers me is
Yes.
like the way it was handled.
Yeah.
It's like
In
I
the
don't want
moment.
somebody coming into my job saying, "Oh, I need," and you're in a big conference room and
Yeah.
you're talking to the
you gotta leave.
CEOs. I'm sorry, they've got crabs, so they're gonna come with me now.
Well, and that was I think that everyone's apologized.
I don't know why I went to crabs.
I think the
I've never
producers-
had crabs.
The producers acknowledged that it was handled, but they got the information. They didn't want the vice president to come out. I felt like there was a freeze, and I don't know who took charge, but someone said, "Hey, get them off set. Get them off now. They have COVID." So, and they made the announcement and whatever.
Yeah, I get it. It's just
Michael. Up the wazoo.
up the wazoo,
That was
the grand wazoo.
favorite part.
But it's like I'm glad. But it was a false positive.
It was a false positive.
Definitely a
Everyone
false
is
positive.
fine, and there might be. I think there are some people a bit bent out of shape. I think Sunny Houston talked about
Sunny
Houston
Hostin.
has said
Sunny
because her medical information, although misinformed, was put out in a very public way across the country. I would be kind of frustrated.
Did I say that you said publical, or are you going to be mad
Publical?
at
No,
me?
publical is awesome. That's a good word. Repeat it. so
But not
everyone
on
hears
1 and 3.
it. Publical. Well, I also haven't been drinking all night, and I don't know.
We drank
Yeah.
the cocktails at the Herb Alpert Vibrato Grill and Jazz were fantastic. Let me just say that right now. Go. Just go. Just go. Have a date night. Go.
Why are you doing like the like
That
your
thumb,
Hillary?
that
Hillary
thumb
does
thing, that
that.
thumb.
They'll do it. They'll do
I don't
the like
understand
they're
that.
making a
Why
point.
did they do that?
I don't
That
know.
doesn't make sense to me.
So this was a weird piece of news. So the California Parole Board voted on Friday in favor of releasing Sirhan, the assassin of Bobby Kennedy, next year sometime. This is a weird one.
All right. First of all, raise your hands if you even know who Bobby Kennedy is, or if you know who Sir Sirhan is. Because we grew up.
We grew up
in the middle of all this.
It was at the Ambassador Hotel here in Los Angeles, which doesn't
which
exist
is now
a
school
a Target
that our lovely friend Bernard K. Addison, who's watching tonight, teaches it.
It's called
I don't know. What's the name of the school? Bernard, what's the name of the school?
So they shot Bobby Kennedy, killed there. And then he was but now there's like there's conspiracy theories surrounding it. Two of the Kennedy children, Robert Kennedy Jr. and one of the other ones, said, yes, we think he should be released. This is what our father would have wanted. 6 other kids are like, no, we don't. We think this is wrong. Why would you release someone? There's, there's supposedly a lot of bullet holes and only one gun. It's weird. It's like the magic bullet of JFK. But the Kennedys seem to be surrounded by conspiracy theory assassinations.
That whole family, though, everyone in the family has something like a skeleton living in their closet.
And they had 9 kids.
So it is called Robert F. Kennedy Community Schools, and it is 7 small schools now.
Oh, wow.
It is 7 small schools, and our friend Bernard K. Addison works there and teaches there, which is very exciting, and I'm glad you're doing that, sir.
And this is going to end up, I was thinking about this. I thought this was kind of funny. I said that I read the line that this will eventually end up on Newsom's desk, and he will have 30 days to deliberate whether he agrees with the parole board or says, no, send him back to the clink. And I went, boy, that's what Newsom wants to deal with.
Well, you got to tell him there's people who are not from California here. Tell them who Newsom is.
Well, you can do
Governor Gavin Newsom is the governor.
You don't
from
have to
California.
chastise me in doing that. You can actually fill in the blanks like I do for you.
Yes.
Where's my support system? Why are you just chastising me?
24 years.
1 and 3. 1 and 3.
I had some horrible. I gave misinformation right now. Our lovely Bernard K. Addison does not teach at this school, but knows all about this school. Bernard teaches at LACHSA, the Los Angeles High School of the Arts, which is a very prestigious school here. And our godson goes there. Our godson Archer goes there, as well as other school friends.
Isn't it fun to watch him do
our
this?
child,
You know what I just watched you do? You went towards the person. You realized maybe I shouldn't say the name on when you went back and forth.
I don't want to say a kid's name.
You can't. So I agree.
That's what I said. I don't want to say a kid's name.
But I still appreciate the fumble. It makes me laugh. 1 and 3.
Speaking of fumbles, how about those Chicago Bears?
Oh, I don't know where you just went.
I just threw that out there because only Chicago Bears folks will go, oh.
This is a clip, and we want you to tell us who you think this is.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing great. This is my latest original song. It's a long way to where I'm going, but I'm on my way. There's so many things that I've been knowing to get me through my day.
See, it helps to clap on the 1 and 3 on this one.
All right. So,
all right, by the way, before we even do this, 21,000 YouTube followers, this one. We have 7.
I
want more.
So,
do people know who that is?
Before we go, I messed up again.
Oh, good God.
Bernard teaches at the RFK, Los Angeles High School of the Arts, which is in that building.
Bernard.
Not at LACHSA. So I was right, then I was wrong. But now I'm right again.
Why did you say
All right.
LACHSA to begin with?
I don't know. Because that's what I
Okay. If you
Anyway.
did people say they figured out who this was? I'm looking at comments.
Okay, we're gonna figure out. Does anyone know who this person was?
It doesn't look okay.
Is. They're still alive.
They're still alive. So this is your clue for number 2, you musical theater folk you.
I am nothing. You are wind and water and sky. Jody, tell me, Jody, how I can earn your love.
So, who is it?
Who was the first person? Who was that person in the first
that,
video?
of course, was Stephen Sondheim's Assassins. Does anyone know who it was? Anyone say?
Does anyone?
Are you getting anything on your phone?
No one's telling me who it is.
Well, I'm going to have to say it.
So the first person we played is John Hinckley.
John Hinckley.
For those of you who are old enough, John Hinckley tried to assassinate President Reagan.
So you know what the years are, just to put years on this. Sirhan assassinated Bobby Kennedy 50 years ago. And John Hinckley shot Reagan 40 years ago. So these are the time period we're dealing with, kind of assassins, basically, or attempted assassins.
So, Assassins, not the musical by Stephen Sondheim. So, yes, y'all, John Hinckley, who tried to assassinate the president, Ronald Reagan.
He was granted an unconditional release for next year. So he's been that he said that he was not guilty by means of insanity. So he's never been, like he wasn't in jail for murder. He was always at a hospital. Okay, are you doing something?
I know.
I'm just waiting for the next thing.
Go.
He was always at a hospital. And then like about a couple of years ago, he was released in the care of his mother, interestingly. And his mother died this summer. And so now they're like, well, he kind of went through all the stuff. He's fixed. He's whatever. He's okay. He's not a threat to society. And so he is being released into society next year at some point. But here's the thing. The whole thing started... Oh, I'm getting
poured some more.
The whole thing started because he had an infatuation with 12-year-old Jodie Foster.
You looking for some action?
Yeah.
You see that guy over there?
Yeah.
You go talk to him. His name is Matthew. I'll be over there waiting for you.
Short little clip. That's Taxi Driver. But he was in love with Jodie Foster. Jodie Foster is 12 years old then, and John Hinckley started his obsession with her. My question is this: what is Jodie Foster feeling right now?
Jodie, can you call in?
Jodie, if you have any info, and by the way, she is my non-authorized biological twin. Unauthorized. I've always said that.
Born 3.5 weeks later.
Yes, she's born 3.5. But I used to say that. I used to say Jodie Foster was my twin sister, and it was a weird part of my life, and I did that.
It's such
people
a
would
weird
give
thing.
me money to say things like that.
All right, so this is my thought, and please let us know what you think about this.
Yeah.
Because right now, where we're living now, like anything can be sensationalized right away, within minutes. People can hear a story and sensationalize it, and it becomes this big thing, and then it's gone in a week.
Yeah.
It's gone in a week. Back in the day.
Oh, those lived.
Back in the day, those stories took on a life of their own, and they lived within us for so long. And we were like,
also we didn't have even just the fact that we would read them in newspapers or see them on
you had
shows.
To read
we
about
couldn't
them
then go online and re-find the article or
if you missed that story on the news, you couldn't rewind shit back in the day. So it's all this stuff is living within us, and all of a sudden it's
he's being and just so you know, he is John Hinckley is embarking on a musical career. And he's already written to the Rolling Stone telling them, hey, if you're interested, here is some of my work. And I think he submitted some of his YouTube videos, and you already saw one of those. So I'm not going to comment on his artistry.
The Rolling Stones.
No, the Rolling Stone magazine.
Rolling Stone magazine.
Did I say the Rolling Stone?
I don't know what you said.
I just heard a whole Mick Jagger thing online today, too. Anyway. No.
Oh my God. This feels like,
but that's weird. But isn't it strange that these two people that were in, even if we didn't know what they looked like or whatever, John Hinckley, Sirhan, we heard, in our lifetime, we heard about these people. They were these kind of mega out there, huge, larger than life figures. And they seem now, you look at pictures of them or whatever, it just seems so small.
Is that
they
why
seem like the average Joe.
Is that why they're letting all these folks out? White folks out, saying that nobody black out.
First of all, Sirhan's 77. What's he gonna do?
It's the long con. This is the long con.
But he served his time. I don't know what else he can do. What else is he gonna do?
I don't know, but I don't know.
But your taxes are keeping him in. Do you want your taxes to go to something? Well, I don't know if that really matters.
I would like my taxes to go to anything else.
Oh, the Tony Awards.
I want my taxes to go to the Tony Awards for a really good sound designer.
Oh,
can y'all please?
Who could that be?
Okay.
How could that
So the
be?
Tony Awards was this past Sunday.
Yeah.
And this, I want to start with this. Great show. The sound sucked. So why don't you do something? Hire Lindsey Jones.
Lindsey Jones,
who was our
two-time nominee.
two-time nominee this year for sound and for
music,
original music.
Yes.
You can hire Lindsey Jones.
Hire Lindsey Jones.
Our kid's godfather.
Yes.
You can hire him because the sound was horrible. The show, though.
I will say this. After watching the Emmys with Cedric the Entertainer and going, that was not a good host, Audra McDonald, host of the Emmy Awards, just knocked it, not Tony Awards, rather, knocked it out of the park. She was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you agree with that?
I agree.
I thought she's so personable. She's so awesome. I saw her live. Remember when Jessica took me and we saw her live in concert. And she's an awesome concert.
The other Jessica. No,
there's a reason she's won like 5 Tony Awards. Is that correct?
7.
89. Doesn't matter.
13,
Number is irrelevant.
She's won a Tony for every year there's a Tony.
She has, for as many toes on her feet, she has a Tony.
She
has, anyway, so she hosted. Moulin Rouge won 10 awards.
Mother Matthews is here. What?
Mother Matthews?
Hello,
Mother Matthews.
What?
What?
Shut
Could it be?
All right, so let's go back to the Tonys. All right. Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge was the big winner. It won 10 awards. And actually, it's the one thing about Moulin Rouge, it's reopening. So many of these shows that we'll talk about.
We don't know with what cast.
It's not reopening. Well, Karen Oliva will not be there because she's sort of.
That's a lot of stuff.
We
ain't going to hash all that drama out
because
we only have 24 minutes left.
The Inheritance won quite a bit. Now, this
The
is something
Inheritance
you want to talk about.
What you want to talk about? What is The Inheritance? What is the story based on?
So I'm kind of confused, but I would love to see it. It is like a Howard's End based story, kind of placed in the AIDS 80s. Is that
and
correct?
beyond.
And beyond. So I bet at that, and it's a 2-evening experience. It's like 4 hours each evening or 3 hours each evening. It's a long.
It's all day event. You
Or
go
you
see
go-
the matinee on Saturday.
Yeah,
you
you
see
go-
the rest of the show Saturday night.
Yeah, it's
like 7 hours.
It's a long. It's kind of like Angels in America that way. But it won. You know, and I would love to see it, but I don't think there's any.
It's coming to LA.
Was it really?
Robinson Theater. No, I'm sorry. Geffen Theater. I apologize, Geffen Theater. It's coming to you.
Hashtag Geffen.
Now, okay, so I want to talk about it a little bit. One good thing. 7 hours, 2 parts. One good thing. Matthew Lopez, who is a lovely man. I've met him a few times. I've had conversations with him. He's absolutely wonderful playwright. He is the first Latine playwright that has ever won a Tony
for playwright.
For playwriting on Broadway.
Which is significant. But we're going to back up because I did not know this. You are going to explain Latine.
Okay, so Latine, as we all know, we don't say you can say Latino or Latina.
You can or you can't?
You can. It's not correct. No, it's not.
And then there was Latinx.
And then went to Latinx. Latinx, there's this whole thing about like, and it becomes an ageist, not ageist thing. It's kind of crazy. So all of a sudden, the new phrase is Latine, Latine. Latine.
Accent aigu.
Because it takes away from gendering anybody. And that's what we're trying to do. Gender is a construct. We don't really need it. Period. That's my feeling.
So you know what? This is a total side thing from the Tony. So Maxie comes home from school and Maxwell.
Max. Okay, sorry, Max.
First of all, the tone, no judgy. But Maxwell comes home from school and talks to me about their friends. And their friends, first of all have noun names. I'm not going to give the exact names, but it could be like saffron, nail, light bulb. It's
peanut brittle.
And the names are I don't believe it's a lot of their names that are on their birth certificates. I think some of them are, and then some of them are they've changed. And I've started going, you know what? I can't even apply gender to any of these people. I just have to listen to the stories. And then Maxwell will show me pictures. They showed me a picture. Tone showed me a picture of one of them, and I was surprised to see the gender that I saw in the photograph as opposed to who I saw in my head. So it's interesting. I've decided, okay, I just gotta I got to roll with it. I can't apply. I can't put gender on any of these stories, especially at the art school, because let me tell you.
Ooh. And for those of you who know, Maxwell is our youngest child. Our oldest child is Sebastian, who you might hear in the other room because they're watching something wildly inappropriate on some TV channel, because I can hear him. He identifies as him. Hear him in the other room, like doing something that he might come out and share with us. We don't know.
I don't know where you're going.
I don't either.
You just.
All right,
and we're going to die now.
Bourbon!
No, Bourbon doesn't do that. And the other noticeable thing about The Inheritance, Lois Smith is the oldest Tony winner at 90 years old.
Can I say this?
Which I think is kind of amazing.
I would prefer to, as opposed to saying oldest, can we say the most seasoned?
Oh my God. You can say whatever you want.
The most seasoned Tony Award winner ever. Let's just say that.
You're the oldest pain in the neck I've ever done. Seasoned pain in the neck I've ever dealt with.
And you know what? Slave Play, which is a play that deals with race and gender constructs. And
I think calling it slave play kind of gives a lot of
it was the most well-received play on Broadway, right?
And how many Tonys did it win?
Well, how many was it nominated for?
I don't know. I'm asking how many it won.
18.
Oh.
No, 18 or 14.
Doesn't
18 or
matter.
14. I didn't write that down.
Don't get.
But it was the most nominated Tony show this year, and it won zero.
Goose egg.
Zero goose eggs.
And that's where Lindsay Jones was nominated.
Lindsay Jones was nominated for 2 for Slave Play.
And
did not. 15. It was nominated for 15 Tony Awards. Thank you, Matt.
That had to be Matthews. I know. And then Adrienne Warren, you want to talk about?
She's my new crush.
What's your new crush?
Adrienne Warren. Go and look up Tina on Broadway. Just go and look at videos.
She played Tina Turner.
She played Tina Turner. She plays Tina Turner.
Is that continuing?
Watch it.
Wait, you say plays? Is that one continuing?
We don't know yet. We don't know. Go see it go look. There's clips on YouTube. Go watch it.
But by
she is
far
transcendent and
the
whitest Tonys.
No, well, I'm not going there. The most amazing moment of the evening, and I actually did steal a clip.
Before you steal this clip, I want to say one thing.
Steal this clip?
So
I did not steal.
This is a message to the Tony people from me personally.
Michael Shepard has a
I
message.
love the fact that every award that was given tonight was mostly given by people of color.
Was wonderful.
But unless we're giving awards to people of color in categories where most people of color have not even been in, we need to look at the voting committee and go, hey, maybe you should stop giving these awards to the same folks every year who look like this. And maybe we should start exploring what these other shows mean. You know, because
was there an award that was
there
given?
were 2 black awards given out the whole night, y'all. That was it. 2 black, 1 Latina. And I'm like, come on, we can do better. We can do better.
The more you know.
But then this moment happened.
Say the more you know.
The more you know. Weeping openly. That's Jennifer Holliday.
Jennifer, we're talking slower and giving homage. Go.
Jennifer Holliday.
Miss Jennifer Holliday, I believe.
Mother Jennifer Holliday. She was the original Dream Girl. She was the original Effie White.
No one performs like her. Not 1%.
If you could go and find it online, and
we can only show you. We're worried about it was a kind of CBS Paramount Plus thing.
You want to show
we're showing 15 seconds.
That's
but
it.
The thing that we have been lucky enough to see Jennifer Holliday in concert, and she is a tremendous singer. And the thing that I always like that draws me in, and I'm fascinated by it, she creates with her mouth vocals that are incredible. It's almost like, this will sound rude, and I actually meaning this with awe. It's almost like she unhinges her jaw to be able to do something like she'll like vibrate and do. And it's incredible.
John Lawrence Rivera's here.
So
we saw it with you. We saw Jennifer Hudson with you. Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Holliday.
Jennifer Hudson has. But Jennifer Holiday.
talented.
Oh my God. Also talented. I don't want to take that away from her.
I also want to bring up one other thing about the Tonys before we move on. Just show it on one network where people don't have to pay for it. Can we do that, please?
Well, it was
Can we not have it on like 5 different platforms?
Okay, I have a question, and maybe you don't know the answer or do. Was it because one, the Tonys were delayed a full year? So I mean, network TV, which can be expensive, and you got to get ad people in and stuff like that. Do you think it was done this way just because of COVID, or do you think that that's something they're doing in future years? You may say, I don't know.
I don't know,
No,
but I don't think it works very well. And and also the thing that is like, unless you had a smart TV or a smartphone, you couldn't watch it because it was on.
There were problems.
There's problems. It's problematic because
they also split it into 2 segments.
Because
anyway,
if this happened 30 years ago when I was 5, I wouldn't know where to watch this.
I'm ready to go.
It was the Tony Awards that took my little black gay ass and told me that I could do this shit. So think about all the black and brown children out there that need to see this before you put this on a paid-for-play network.
And very possibly it was a weird year, and then we got to put it to that. We don't know yet. Here, you're setting this up.
All right, so this is a previous Tony Award winner. Okay, y'all know. I had to put my drink down. Y'all know I love me the TikTok. I am obsessed with TikTok, and I saw this on TikTok, and I had to play it. It was like
just say go.
Just go.
Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! I'm taking this horseman rain, drinking red coats, weather with blood stains. Till I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop, burn them up and scatter the remains down. Watch me engaging them, escaping them, and raking them out. I go to France for more fun. I come back with more guns and ships. And so their balance shifts.
I'm sorry.
Hamilton. So what? It was done with paintings. I don't know. I guess little paintings or whatever.
Raymond Burr and
I'm with you. Lafayette
and Washington up at that top screen. It is the funniest thing.
You and your TikTok.
Sorry. Oh my God! It just makes me so happy.
There was a sighting, by the way.
But it was a sighting of who? Oh, okay. So before we start this,
I keep throwing things on the floor. By the way,
I hear this.
You keep me. I'm bending down.
Right, as we move on, because we have a lot of other stuff we're talking about. But I even say Jennifer Lee Warren, and all my other people of color on here right now.
There was a sighting.
There was a sighting, and I need you to watch this, please.
In Vail, Colorado today, Candace Owens was caught stealing trash out of a dumpster. Our reporters tried to catch up to her to get a comment. Candace, please, why are you stealing trash out of a dumpster? Candace then tried to crawl inside of the dumpster. Upon further review, when we looked inside of the dumpster, we noticed she was in there with Larry Elder, who was also stealing garbage. Back to you, Becky.
Who is Becky?
With the good hair.
Michael showed this to me and said, should we do this? Maybe we shouldn't do this. You kept going back and forth on this
my God.
Back to you, Becky. Candace Owens was seen crawling into a dumpster. Look at all the hearts. People are laughing.
Oh my God.
They're liking it.
Oh my God. I've been loving it this whole damn day.
Candace, why are you stealing food from a dumpster?
Upon further review, she is sitting there with Larry Elder. Oh my God. Ooh.
Oh,
some people are shady.
I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go off.
Okay.
I put that together when we had that. We don't even have that this week, but Candace Owens, once again, she's our reigning champ at that particular prize.
Back to you, Becky.
Back to you, Becky.
Okay. All right. We have we only have a few minutes left in this bitch. Let's look and see. What do we want to talk about? Because it should be fun because she said back to you, Becky.
The next bit is about two books that have come out about a certain individual.
All right. All right.
So Unhinged came out a couple years ago by Omarosa, and I'll Take Your Questions Now by Stephanie Grisham has yet to come out, but it's been leaked to the press. Both of them are in the news this week.
Yes, they are.
They're in the news. Omarosa, can do a little drum roll. All
right.
She won a case.
So yes,
she won a case. So when she worked for the Trump White House, she had to sign an NDA. Then she was fired a year later, like
a non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure agreement. And she was fired in 2017 or something like that. And then she wrote her book like a year later, 2018.
Now,
and so
I want to start by saying this.
Yes.
Just because we're talking about Omarosa, don't believe we are Omarosa fans, because she's very problematic. Because the heifer should have said something while the heifer was there. All right, go back to what you were saying.
Well, but the thing is, I don't think in the Trump White House you could say what you wanted. I think the Trump White House was about listening to the man, and if you didn't listen to the man, you were fired. I really don't think there was room to say. That's. I don't know. I'm not trying to give it to her. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so she went to court. And there was an arbitrator, T. Andrew Brown.
Arbitrator.
I'm telling you, on The Good Wife, they said arbitrator. Anyway, but this is, you reading this?
And this is about her NDA agreement. The agreement effectively imposes an obligation to never say anything remotely critical of Mr. Trump, his family, or his family members' business for the rest of her life.
Such a burden is certainly unreasonable.
He goes on to say, there is no way here to tell if a breach has occurred, since the determination of whether there is a breach is left to the sole determination of Mr. Trump. And that was arbitrator T. Andrew Brown.
And once again, if I had applause for T. Andrew Brown, I would say. So what that's done is it's opened the door a little. I mean, it's less about Omarosa and the book, and more about what could happen, because if other people have tell-all books to write, like, Miss Stephanie Grisham and her book, I'll Take Your Questions Now, What I Saw at the Trump White House.
Candace, you...
Back to you, Becky.
Y'all done gave me the COVID cough. I'm laughing so hard still about that. Do you have anything to say before you ate the trash, Candace?
Candace.
Why is Larry?
I think that's my favorite part is when she's running to the.
It's like when girlfriend said, Robert.
Yeah, I tried to get that. Well, we're supposed to talk about that next.
Oh
I don't know if we're gonna get to it.
Oh my God, who was it? Oprah's best friend, Gail.
But this is a quote you liked from Stephanie Grisham. Are you reading this one? This is her. I'll read it. This is her quote about the Trump White House. A clown car on fire running at full speed into a warehouse full of fireworks. So I imagine we're going to see more tell-all books if all these people get left off the hook.
By the way, Stephanie Grisham is the former White House press secretary.
Tis that.
So it's like
she's seen things. Oh, and there was a whole thing. The big thing that was in like the articles I read today were all about Trump's penis, which is delightful to read about.
She said that he called her.
Well, because, okay, let's go back. So it came off of the Stormy Daniels testimony where she testified that Trump's penis looked like a toadstool or a mushroom or something like that. And so he was so upset by that testimony, he calls her from Air Force One, calls Stephanie Grisham from Air Force One and says, just so you know, my penis does not look like a mushroom. Which, that's what I want our leader to do and spend our time doing. Commenting about his penis. Furthermore,
there's nothing wrong with a mushroom head on the penis.
Thank you.
Not saying I want to see his penis ever.
Ever.
I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. Don't want to do anything about it.
We're going to move forward from that.
Let's move forward from that.
All right.
Ooh,
well,
Candace! Can we play it again? Can you play it again?
I have to move on.
In Vail, Colorado today, Candace Owens was caught stealing trash out of a dumpster. Our reporters tried to catch up to her to get a comment. Candace, please, why are you stealing trash out of a dumpster? Candace then tried to crawl inside of the dumpster. Upon further review, when we looked inside of the dumpster, we noticed she was in there with Larry Elder, who was also stealing garbage. Back to you, Becky.
He does this all day. He'll find the video and obsess about it and watch it all day. Back to you, Becky. Night,
Good night, baby.
Our son is going to bed.
Oh my God. Oh shit.
Oh my God.
Okay, I will. Go to bed.
Take a breath.
Ooh, take a breath.
Oh my. So I'm skipping an awful lot that we have.
We already got. We got less than 4 minutes. What are we gonna do now?
We don't have.
We don't have to do anything. Just do.
Hey, Sebastian, just let us finish, okay, bud?
We love you. Go to bed.
Okay. Oh my God, this is too much. Sidney Powell was in. I know. There's no segue for this. Can't be. Was in the news.
We were filing a 12th Amendment constitutional challenge to the process that the Congress was about to use, and Justice Alito was our circuit justice for that. Louis Gohmert was the plaintiff in our lawsuit, and we were suing the vice president to follow the 12th Amendment as opposed to the Electoral Count Act, or Electoral College Act. Nancy Pelosi had finagled to file an amicus brief in it. There'd been inside goings on in Congress whereby I believe it was Steve Scalise and McCarthy kept her from being an actual party. Everything broke loose and she had to really speed up reconvening Congress to get the vote going before Justice Alito might have issued an injunction to stop it all, which is what should have happened.
Can I tell you what I was doing?
What were you doing?
I'm listening to her voice. Stephanie Powell was the ex-lawyer of Trump, right?
Yeah.
She's being brought up.
Worked with Rudy Giuliani.
She's been brought up on charges all over the place.
Whoa.
Because
billions.
They're like, well, yes. You have what is the company? I forget now.
Hold on, let's ask Becky.
Becky,
can you help us with
what's the voting machine company that is charging her? But also she's people are going, maybe we should take away her law license. But here she is. Here's the deal. I've started on 15 different levels of this. It was her voice. And I go, she's kind of foghorn, leghorn. She's kind of like Sling Blade. I couldn't. She cracks me up with just her voice. However,
she has been disbarred as a lawyer in Michigan.
Oh, was she?
Yes, thank you.
Was that finalized? Because I know that she was the in Michigan. They tried to. So here's the deal with her. She's talking about. This is like on the day where they're trying to ratify the electoral votes. They're trying to solidify the electoral votes. The day of the insurrection. And she's talking about where they're trying to put in a stop to this and suing the vice president to put a stop to this. And all it sounds like, are you ready? Are you doing, what are you doing?
I'm ready.
All it sounds like is that she is very much aware of the insurrection, giving her time to line up all of her little people, including Alito, including what's his face in the house. I mean, just Kevin McCarthy, all of them, aligning them all up so that she can do this. And the thing she's mad about most in this particular interview is that Nancy Pelosi didn't stop the vote. She insisted on doing the vote that day. Otherwise, we would have done
everything up.
And
then she said that.
She said this out loud.
Said it, y'all. She said that.
How
it
is she
fucked
not
everything up.
complicit in the insurrection? Question mark.
I am so
FBI.
I am so
Look
over
into
it.
it.
I'm so over it because I'm still the firm believer like everybody will get off anyway. It don't really matter. But
and someone else we hate. So this is in regards. This is Alex Jones.
I want to say this though.
Oh,
This is like, okay, go to Alex Jones.
Why don't you want to say something?
I was like, everyone's still in office.
You have a right to say something.
Biggie Hoffman, you're right. Everyone is still in office. No one's been fired. Go.
What are you saying?
No one's been fired from this whole thing. All these people who are like congressmen and they're still fucking there.
Well, because they keep saying, no, we don't need to look into this. We don't need to do that. And that's what Pelosi's fighting, unfortunately. Anyway, so skipping to Alex Jones, conspiracy theorist, InfoWars. Right. These are his little quotes about Sandy Hook back in the day.
The official story of Sandy Hook has more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
My gut tells me the White House, people controlling the governments were involved in this. So don't ever think the globalists that have hijacked this country wouldn't stage something like this. They kill little kids all day, every day. And it's not our government, it's the globalist.
So the reason, so that was right after Sandy Hook, saying, oh, it didn't happen. Oh, these were actors. Oh, whatever. The parents, I can't imagine how the parents felt during this time. Can you imagine? Like my child's dead and you're there lying. And there were all these reports of like, he's riling up the crowd and he's getting them all irate. And then this irate crowd that believes that Sandy Hook was a fake start attacking the parents of children who have died because of bullets. And so some of them had to relocate or move or whatever. It's these horrible, horrible stories. So then, like a couple of years after he did a lot of these things, he did deposition. Say the word.
Deposition.
Thank you. And this is what he said.
And I myself have, almost had like a form of psychosis back in the past where I basically thought everything was staged. I'm just saying that the trauma of the media and the corporations lying so much, then everything begins, you don't trust anything anymore.
Are you finally prepared to admit that you have indeed caused these families a substantial amount of pain? Are you prepared to admit that?
I am not prepared to sign on to whatever you and the mainstream media make up about me.
You're a piece of shit, man.
The reason why he's in the news, Judge Maya Guerra Gamble, I had to read this out loud.
Yeah.
Right? She issued a default judgment that was filed by the parents, and she basically sided with the parents. And she said that during this whole trial, Alex Jones did not comply with discovery requests. He was held in contempt numerous times, and so he basically, I don't know if found guilty is the correct terminology, but he absolutely is going to be held accountable for saying these defamatory things on the line over and over and over again.
And he's going to pay out the ass.
He's going to have to pay out. And just last year, he paid out $100,000
$150,000
to a similar case. And now here are two more. These are two cases that are kind of joined together, two sets of parents. And it's going to go back to the jury, and the jury is going to decide exactly how much he's going to have to pay out. But this goes back to what I was saying even last week. Anyone that gets up there on their soapbox, anyone that is saying shit again and again and again, and is kind of saying, I have proof, and there's nothing there. It's all blow. It's all bullshit.
And I like blow.
Well, and bullshit. No, you don't. Do you?
I don't like bullshit, but I like blow.
But they need to pay. They need to pay. And he is in the doghouse. He's been in the doghouse. He's in the doghouse again. I think he's going to be in the doghouse for quite some time.
Let's send him thoughts and prayers. Shall we?
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. All right, we're going to close this out. We have one more thing we want to talk about.
I have an image. You're going to talk about.
There's an image we're going to talk about. Oh, so this is a pair of underwear. It is a pair of underwear worn by Michael Jordan.
Interesting. It's Michael Jordan underwear worn by Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan underwear worn by Michael Jordan. It was sold for $2,784. His used ass underwear, his draws, as black folks say. Someone bought his draws, his dirty ass draws, but
in the description like in the little auction description, where there were 19 bids, by the way, for this, it said definite use.
$2,784 went to buy Michael Jordan's drawers.
Definitely used.
Dirty ass drawers. Which I went, which got my mind to thinking, are there other sites where people
Did
can
other
buy
celebrities?
somebody's?
This might fail. You're gonna have
We're
to tell
hoping
us
this
if
is
it
going to
fails.
work. Because right
we
now,
had
I'm going to
some
continue
issues.
talking. We tried to get this to work. You keep going. Keep going. We're going to try to share a screen of a place where people can buy dirty ass drawers. Can y'all see that?
So look at that.
Hold on.
This is Sophia Gray.
Sophia, Sofia. Hold on. There it is. It's on the screen. So SophiaGray.com.
And this is on one of her blog entries. And you can see like various people.
This
Fergie.
is the place.
Look at Fergie.
This is
Sold
the
her
place
drawers.
to buy and sell used panties. And I thought, well, let's explore.
What is Sasha Baron? He says, pants for poverty.
So Sasha Baron Cohen has sold his drawers.
Well, now this is kind of like, I mean, if these are like people, oh, look at Monica Lewinsky sold something. She sold.
Well, it didn't sell. No, nobody put a bid up for Monica Lewinsky's negligee. There was no bid for that.
Is that not sad?
No, just keep scrolling. Because
Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
And these are framed. This brassiere is framed.
Brassiere.
Look, and this is a
framed
brassiere. Look at
brassiere.
this. I'm circling with my arrow. You can see how it set up her boobies.
All right, no, go back, because we're going to talk about this. Her framed brassiere sold for $25,600
in 2014.
You can't see the thing, by the way. You can't see anything. You're like, hey, David C. Nichols, we love you madly. All right. So Madonna, just scroll up. We don't care about Madonna's draws.
Oh, an ad.
An ad pops up about draws.
I don't want an ad.
All right, let's get
Khloe Kardashian went up.
Ricky Gervais draws.
Daniel Day-Lewis. I like those. I wish I could.
So Daniel Day-Lewis's draws says it's just a ball sack. It's just a ball sack with a penis drawn on it.
He wanted. Well, he's an artist.
Yeah, these are celebrity underwear.
Elvis Presley's are dirty. These are soiled, slightly soiled.
If you can't read this, it says, after his tragic death, some of Presley's belongings were sold at an auction in 2012, with one of the items being a pair of his used and slightly soiled, underwear.
And that's all there is.
And go back to us.
We're going to stop sharing the screen.
So if y'all need some draws somewhere.
But there was, don't you remember on those episodes of Orange is the New Black, they'd wear underwear all day and have sweaty underwear, and then they would sell them online and make money? We could do that.
We could. But I keep my shit clean and tight. So it would smell like lemon pledge. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to say one more thing before we head out tonight. Hey.
Yes.
Happy 24-year anniversary.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
That's the weirdest thing in the world.
Fucked up thing ever. Thank you all for joining us for over a year.
In a bar.
I know
we'll talk about that.
You all heard this fucking story.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But oh my God.
24 years.
24 years ago. Give me a kiss.
I love you.
Say that you love me.
I don't have to say it. I know it. I love you. You guys, we love you all. Go out. Do what you need to do. I want to do one more thing. Move. I got to do that. I got to look at the comments first and see if anything happened. Now you can go to your thing. Thank you so much. And we've been doing this for over a year. Let's get the 24 on this bitch too.
Boozing with gays.
Back to you, Becky.